Every time a new anime season rolls around, me and the boys end up in Discord with someone sharing their screen and we go through what's coming out and what we're keen to watch. It's a great time. We meme on all the garbage isekai we'll watch for a laugh and talk about all the shows that could really pop the fuck off. But the last time we did this, we kinda just said fuck it and went through everything that's been announced. So as you can see by the title of this video, I kinda just chucked a lot in a video, so enjoy the list. So with that said, let's start with the closest season, Summer 2021. I've got a few things I'm looking forward to this season, but there's a lot on this list so I'm going to be skimming pretty fast over everything. Starting with the only second season I'm really interested in summer, it's That Time I Got Reincarnated as a Slime Season 2 Part 2. That's a fucking mouthful. The first part of Season 2 was a blast and I really enjoyed it, and I'm kinda down with this splitting seasons in half thing to give them more quality and more length. It's pretty good. If you haven't watched the Slime Isekai before, I do recommend it. It's one of the few isekais I actually watch and enjoy, and not just laugh at how fucking garbage it is. Next is something I know absolutely nothing about, and it's called, get this, Battle in 5 Seconds After Meeting. So, anyway, from what I can tell, it's a death game series that kinda gives me similar vibes to Mirai Nikki. That's not a good thing, but I'm just hoping it can prove me wrong and actually be fun, despite having a fucking horrendous name. Now this is what I'm potentially the most excited for this summer. A sci-fi survival series following a class who end up in another dimension and have to fight to survive. Sunny Boy is directed by Shingo Natsume, who's worked on Space Dandy, The Tatami Galaxy, Welcome to the NHK, and The Night is Short, Walk On Girl, to name a few. The animation style gives me huge Naoki Urasawa vibes, which only adds to my interest, and the studio behind it is Madhouse, who are great at what they do. I can only hope it lives up to my expectations, because from the previews and who's behind it, I'm so excited to see what this can do. If at this point, you don't know who Mamoru Hosoda is, I highly suggest going through his movie back catalogue, as the man has a history of directing banger movies and working on legendary anime. Bell looks to be animated just as phenomenally as Studio Chizu's previous works, maybe even taking it further. The story behind Bell seems to be a reimagining of The Beauty and the Beast, but steeped in the world of social media. The man only makes bangers, so you can rely on this being a very, very good movie. And that's it for the summer season. So next, fall 2021. A few more second seasons in this one, but plenty of cool stuff too. This one's pretty easy. Shield Hero is a fun little isekai with a bit of edge and a bit of Raccoon Waifu. Season 1 was a pretty fun watch, so it's probable to bet that Season 2 will be good as well. If you haven't, I'd recommend watching the first season as well, it's a great time. My star of the winter 2021 season, Mushoku Tensei Jobless Reincarnation, continues its first season in part 2. The first 3 episodes of this anime were more than enough to sell me on just reading all 25 volumes of the light novel and web novel, and from that I can comfortably say that this will be an incredible anime. In all 25 volumes, it doesn't have a single low point, and every character is so much fun to read about. I genuinely adored reading this series, and I can't wait to see the whole thing animated. So I got to this on my list, and I figured I'd take a dip into a few of the chapters as the idea sounded really cool and I'd seen a bit of a buzz on Twitter about it. It's the story of a listless guy who just goes with the flow and does whatever he should, or what others around him are doing, until he discovers a love for art. Well, since then, I've read everything that's released, and I'm obsessed with the series. I have extremely high hopes for how this could be as an anime, and only hope that Seven Arcs can bring this story to life with colour and style that it so greatly deserves. The ever-popular Komi-san Cannot Communicate is finally getting an anime adaptation. This is the story of Tadano, a self-confessed wallflower, meeting the legendary Komi-san. Only to find out she isn't really aloof at all, but just painfully awkward and cannot talk to people, and sets about helping her make 100 friends. It's a very endearing and cute school slice of life story that will no doubt be a fluffy, easy watch, just like the manga was to read. With this show, The Faraway Paladin, I'm kind of struggling to get a feel from the overviews and the previews, but essentially, it's the story of a human kid in the City of the Dead, far from any human civilization, being raised by 3 undeads. But he begins to want to know who he is, or where he's from, and all these kind of things. The animations look gorgeous, and the light novel source is super popular, so maybe I'll give it a read and make another video if it's really that good, before it comes out. But anyway, it sounds pretty cool. So that's all the upcoming seasons, so now let's go to anything that's later than the fall season, whether it has a date or no date whatsoever. There's a lot of shit in here, so let's just get on with it. We'll start with the sequel seasons again. I feel like if anyone was making this kind of video and didn't mention a new JoJo series that's been announced, they're probably going to get stoned. Get it? JoJo Stone Ocean. So here it is. JoJo's cool. Please don't hurt me. I'm not going to say the full fucking name of the show. I'll just put it on the screen or some shit. But in summer season 2020, I was watching this show with my friends weekly in Discord. And I'd be in tears without fail. It's your typical overpowered main character story, but it knows how to fuck with itself and embrace the fact that it is ridiculous and funny. And it made it such a great watch with friends. So season 2 is going to be another good time with the boys in Discord. The 2013 adaptation of The Devil is a Part-Timer finally gets a second season and I couldn't be happier. This series is so funny and lighthearted, with such endearing characters. A reverse isekai of another world's Devil King and his followers escaping a war into our world and trying to get by in human society. If you haven't seen the original, I highly recommend it, but it's fucking hilarious. Such an insanely over-the-top isekai show, one of the best openings in a hot minute, gets a second season. A high school class is transferred to another world to act as saviors, but our main character gets the short end of the stick with his class and his skills and all that crap, and then gets betrayed by his class as well. So he goes apeshit psycho, eats some weird shit, now he's a fucking big ass chad. It's hilarious, it's fun to watch, I'm keen for season 2. The announcement of this genuinely made me cry. I've been a Bleach fan since a very young age, and it's probably the reason I like anime, and I'm making this video right now. I adore Bleach, with all of its flaws and shittiness, and I'll always be a fanboy, so that's why I'm unbelievably excited to see the final arc of the story animated. I loved reading it, even if the ending was kind of rushed and weird, but I can't wait to see my favourite characters animated again, and I'm probably going to cry some more. The next 3 are movies I've seen that look pretty cool, so let's get into those. Slam Dunk is an absolute 10 out of 10 manga that I adore, so why wouldn't I be keen for a Slam Dunk movie? Takehiko Inoue released an announcement of a movie version of Slam Dunk on his Twitter. The details of the movie or what it covers or anything really are an absolute mystery so far, but either way, it's Slam Dunk, so I'm fucking keen. A new movie from the director of Akira, made by Sunrise Studios, is basically everything that's known about Orbit Era so far. The trailer shows a dude in a spacesuit on the moon with a skateboard. I don't know, but with a man with such a storied history and genre at the helm, I can be excited about it at least. From the incredible director Kiyotaka Oshiyama comes the animated short film named Shishigari, a story of a people who live with the blessing of the mountains. A boy who comes of age journeys out for his first hunt in search of the Kuroshishi. The animation in the trailer looks beautiful. With Oshiyama behind it, I look forward to seeing what Studio Durham produces with this, because it looks phenomenal. Now last, but certainly not least, are all the new series I'm very, very keen for. I already made a video about Chainsaw Man. Go watch that if you want to know my feelings on it. However, since then, there's a new trailer for the anime, and it looks beautiful, and I'm excited, and I'm gonna cry, and I cried, and oh, it looks so good. This is a warning. A big fucking warning. World's End Harem will not be good. However, it will be fucking hilarious to watch with the boys in Discord. There is a man-killer virus, and the main character is one of the few remaining men alive. So everyone just wants to bang him and make kids, essentially. There's more to the story, but that's all it really is. It's fucking awful, and I'm gonna cry laughing at it without a doubt, so it's worth watching just for that. Shikimori is not just a cutie, follows main character Yu Izumi in his daily life with his girlfriend Shikimori. A cute, fun, sweet girl, but she also has this cool, dark side to her given the right situation, and Izumi loves to be there for these moments. The manga is a comfy slice of life read, with enough of a twist to make it unique and enjoyable. I look forward to seeing the many cute and cool moments animated. The main character of My Dress Up Darling, Wakana Gojo, is a lover of traditional Japanese dolls due to his grandfather's craftsmanship, but thanks to a mishap in his youth where his friend thought it was fucking weird, he now spends his time as a loner. It's kinda sad. But thanks to the skills he's developed making dolls, a popular classmate, Marin Kitagawa, spots him sewing after school and ropes him into a secret hobby, cosplay. A fun story of two people coming together and enjoying their hobbies and in the process, learning about each other and accepting who they are. A lot of fun to read and no doubt a fun anime too. In the light novel, My Best Friend's Sister Has It In For Me, Akiteru Uboshi, is that how you say it, is the leader of the Fifth Floor Alliance, a mysterious mobile game developer who, with his friends, aims to use their talents to become professionals in game development. All this with the help of his uncle, the CEO of a very popular game development company, but he's given the condition that it involves playing the part of his daughter's boyfriend. Having his best friend's sister messing with him, and his cousin confusing him, makes for some funny situations to read and no doubt a funny anime. A comfy easy watch with cute and funny moments. I kind of just came upon Sabikui Bisco because the release poster really caught my eye while I was scrolling through all the shit that's been announced. The story's about a version of Japan that's been ravaged by a plague-like rust, whatever that means, and our main character Bisco, the strongest mushroom hunter, and a Dr. Milo search for the legendary mushroom Sabikui, which is believed to be the cure to the rust. At the time of writing this, the production company Oz has no other anime that I can find, but the animation preview looks insane for a first try, and the light novel source seems very interesting, so it could well be worth one to watch, and I'm going to pick up the light novel anyway and see how good that is too. Finally, we have the anime adaptation of Uzumaki by Studio Drive and produced by Adult Swim. If you don't know anything about Uzumaki or haven't seen anything yet, I'm not going to explain it because that's just going to ruin it. I just suggest going and reading the manga by yourself, or just wait for the adaptation and see what it is. But to make it very simple, it's just a horror story by a modern master of the genre, Junji Ito. Ito's works have a kind of history of getting shafted by adaptations with the Junji Ito collection. It was fucking horrific. But with this, that everything's been shown so far, it looks gorgeous and faithful to the source material. With the director of Mushishi, Hiroshi Nagahama, and the man behind the soundtrack of Hereditary, Colin Stetson, doing the OST, I find it hard to not highly anticipate the release of this adaptation. So that's it. That's all of the anime that are announced as of the release of this video, and have caught my eye and got me interested. If there's anything you think I've missed, give me a comment, tell me I'm stupid. If there's anything you're excited for, tell me about it. I'll look into it, and I'll probably read or watch it. But anyway, if you got this far, thank you for watching. Peace.